What's up guys, JB2017 here, and today I'm continuing my pre-release content for The Division. And this time I thought it'd be nice to cover the basics of the Dark Zone, which will be one of the most exciting areas to explore in The Division. So we'll talk about what this area is, what you'll need to do in order to enter it, and then finally what you'll be doing once you're inside. First, let's talk about what the Dark Zone is, and essentially it's a walled-off quarantine zone in the middle of New York City in Manhattan. And so, if you guys didn't know already, the backstory for this game is that this new virus hits New York and it just wipes everyone out, or a lot of people out. And when it arrived, the sick people were forced into the Dark Zone to contain the pandemic to make sure it did not spread. So the government brought in the best scientists and best medical equipment possible to try to contain the virus and search for a cure within the Dark Zone. Unfortunately, this virus took a turn for the worse and it did not get better. So people started rioting, looting, and the authorities lost all control of the situation within the Dark Zone. The military was forced to evacuate that area and leave all of their most powerful gear and weapons behind. So this is where the players, or agents, that's what players are called in this game, come in. Various NPC factions will be roaming around the Dark Zone, the Rikers, the Cleaners, and others, which I'll explain in future videos, as well as other agents, other players, will be around the Dark Zone searching for this loot that the military left behind. So this is a fully enabled PvP zone. And within this area, you can team up with other players to take down the PvE enemies or other agents. You could also play it alone and not team up with anybody, just lone wolf it. Or you could even purposely work against every other agent that you encounter and go rogue. So going rogue means that you're actively killing other agents just on purpose. You know, you're going on a killing spree, which I'm sure a lot of people are going to do. However, there will be proximity chat, meaning that if you're in game chat and you walk towards a specific region in the game and there's people nearby, you can talk with them and communicate with them, and you can use that either to team up with people or to mislead people, which I'm very much looking forward to. And with all of this in mind, it's safe to say that the Dark Zone is the most dangerous area that you'll encounter in the game. Now let's talk about what you'll need to enter the Dark Zone. And first and foremost, you will need a proper gas mask. Of course, the contamination levels within the Dark Zone are at their highest because obviously everyone that had this contagion was contained inside of it. So you'll need to obtain and equip a gas mask from another part of the game in order to make it inside of the Dark Zone. And in terms of physically entering it, like how do you actually get into the area called the Dark Zone, all you need to do is climb over a quarantine wall and you're inside of it. It's seamless and there's no loading screen, which is very cool. We may need to do a certain amount of the story to actually enter the Dark Zone. I'm not really sure on that, but we do know for sure that it's not locked to the max level or endgame. In fact, once you reach the max level of 30, the Dark Zone becomes even more difficult than it was before, and you will find even better loot drops when you're inside. Moving on, let's talk about what you'll be doing and how, gameplay changes once you're inside. So the general idea is that you're going to enter the Dark Zone to find really good loot. That's the main purpose. Whether it be weapons or armor, you're going to find some of the best loot in the Dark Zone. And then, of course, you have to survive it and get out of there with that loot still intact and alive. So once you've done all the looting that you want to do and you're ready to leave, you'll need to find an extraction zone and then shoot a flare into the sky. So all of the loot that you find in the Dark Zone is actually contaminated by default, of course, because it's been in there with the contagion. You're not able to use it. So you'll need to decontaminate your loot before you can actually go out in the game and use it. And so the purpose of the flare is to signal that you want to extract and decontaminate that loot that you've collected. And so that's going to call a helicopter that will come above and drop the rope down and complete that process. The problem is that everyone in the area will also see that signal in the air and see the helicopter, or probably hear it. So depending on your luck, you may or may not have to fight off other players, other agents. I don't know about you guys, but if I see a signal or a helicopter in the area, I'm most definitely going by and seeing what kind of loot I can steal. I'm just really excited to see what kind of gameplay experiences will happen in this zone. Will it be that I go out with a certain group of people and then we go and find loot and we extract it a lot of the time? Will we encounter a lot of agents in the process? Will I have to go out on my own because I can't trust my own friends to not shoot me down and steal my loot? These are all possible, and I just can't wait because it seems like there's limitless possibilities for what's going to happen in the Dark Zone. So I'd like to know, after watching this video, what do you think about the Dark Zone? Will this be the most exciting part of the game for you? For me, I think it totally will be because it is PvP enabled, it's different from any other zone, but Ubisoft has also been really hush-hush about the end game and what we're going to be doing at the highest level. We will be going to the Dark Zone, but there's going to be more stuff to do once we've maxed out our characters. So let me know what you guys think about the Dark Zone in the comments below. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video today, and if you did, remember to hit that like button, I would really appreciate it, and stay tuned for more of my pre-release content for The Division, which I'm going to be ramping up to maybe 3 videos per week once the beta comes out in just 6 short days away. Talk to you guys next time. Peace.